hope to go live about 11 o'clock. So happy Thursday, everybody. So big welcome to the Case Flower School Live. So today I'm going to show you how to add foraged foliage into one of your Christmas door wreaths. But obviously, to get the ball rolling, I need to get people joining up with us, and then I can give you all the information. Plus, we have a giveaway planned for today. So anybody that's watching, let's start tagging other people, do you know, that way, let them know that we're live, start commenting underneath, let me know where you're watching in from, and obviously we want to know what's the weather like, because by God, this morning in Dublin, when I say shite, I tell you, it was pure shite, the weather. Or as I said to my niece and nephew, I was down in Sligo there last week with them, and one of the days we get out of the car, now when I say it was lashing rain, okay, we were soaked, we were running into Home Store and more for Christmas lights, and as I was getting into the car like a drowned rat, I said, feckin' poxy Sligo weather, you know. Of course, the kids were taking me off all the time. But I have to say, the weather was disaster this morning. But you know, if you looked out there now, the sun is shining, it's all dried up, and it looks a gorgeous morning. So, what's happening around the country?
Okay, the weather in Mallow is quite miserable at the moment, Noreen is saying. Bonnie's Petals, good morning, Janette, love your dress. Watching from wild and windy Ballyhigh, Christina is watching in there.
Oh my God.
Mom Love is watching in from Japan. I wonder what the weather's like in Japan. We have a good few watching us over on TikTok, so make sure to comment and let us know where you're from and where you're watching in from. And we have a good few watching over on YouTube as well. So we're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and TikTok today. So we're all over the place. Somebody is, Soline, I'm watching you from Kurdistan in Iraq.
Jane, that's the first person we've ever had from Iraq. So
yeah.
Big welcome, and make sure you click share, and you never know, we might get loads of other Iraqis joining in here at the Case Flower School Live. So we don't have, normally we go live on a Wednesday. This week we didn't go live on a Wednesday, we went live on a Thursday. Yeah. And today then was kind of more of an impromptu. In case you're wondering, I have burnt myself there with the glue gun. But lots of people were asking us about adding in like foraged foliage, you know, that way, our garden foliage, because all the foliage that I have here today is foraged foliage from Deirdre's garden, you know, so adding in some of your own foliage into your wreaths, okay? Now there is a few different options. And again, if you've been a regular follower and you're watching us all the time and you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you will see that I have lots of videos up on YouTube where I actually make the wreaths from scratch and I add in all the different selections of foliage as we go along. But this time of the year, like when people are on to like Christmas wreaths, and we've only kind of like starting to introduce a bit of Christmas here on the lives here at Case Flower School. And what we're inclined to do, because it's much easier and it's also less expensive, is we buy in ready-made bases, and we buy them in from a company, an Irish company, an Irish family an Irish, family supported company in County Kerry in Tralee called Irish Green Guys. So maybe somebody might give them a little mention there in the comments, might tag them there, and again you can always go over and follow their page. And the owner, James, is an absolute pet. And poor James, talk about the weather being shite in Dublin, it'd just be worse in Kerry. And I'd say where they are is right on the Atlantic Ocean. But he's always going live over on his Instagram page, you know that way, and talk about getting the full wonder and the full tour of his greenery fields, his eucalyptus trees, his spruce trees, and like what goes on behind the scenes. So what he does down in Kerry, and I'm sure there's lots of Kerry people joined in that help.
Well, Mary O'Donnell Beauty is watching over on Instagram.
Hi Mary, how are you? Well Mary, how did you get on with the wreath? I know it was delivered to you at 8:20 yesterday morning. We checked there with Unpost. So we'd love to know, how did you get on? We had the wonderful Mary O'Donnell, who's based in Kerry as well. She's a beauty specialist, so any ladies that are watching, pop over and follow her. Maybe Mary, you might tag yourself there in the comments. She always is having lots of giveaway products. But the other night she joined us for a live wreath making class, a little bit different to what I'm doing here today. But unfortunately her kit hadn't arrived in time. We'll blame Unpost, we will. So she joined in on the live class, and when I say her face, it was terror. It looked like she was after getting Botox, because her face was just, oh my God, have I got to do this all on my own? You know, she was terror-stricken, she was. So her plan was to get in and make it maybe yesterday or today herself. So we're dying to see all the photographs.
There's loads of people watching in. Patricia over on YouTube is watching in from hospital this morning. So Patricia, I hope you're feeling better.
Okay.
Wicklow Flare.
Is there any news, any scandal?
Wicklow Flare Company says, are you using normal hot glue or floral glue? If where can you get the hot glue? Seems she can't find it in the wholesalers.
Okay, right. So while I go through this, so what I'm doing is I've one half of it nearly done, okay? So we started off with a spruce wreath. So this was a spruce wreath that I brought in from Irish Green Guys down in Kerry, okay? So locally grown foliage. And then what I have here is some black pittosporum. This is from Deirdre's Garden, or Tom Thumb. Some silver Sussex. I have everything cut up really short, or Sussex silver, as people are always correcting me. But here at Case Flower School, we call it silver Sussex. Some eucalyptus, some nice hardy eucalyptus. And also some rosemary, the scent of the rosemary. Like, it's the scent of the rosemary. There's actually a peppery scent of the silver Sussex and the smell of the eucalyptus along with the Christmas spruce. This is just amazing.
And this is from my house.
Yeah, so I better do nice. So Deirdre brought in the greenery this morning. I cut it all up, right? And then this is a glue gun, and this glue gun is from, it's in bits, it's from either Lidl or Aldi, okay? And approximately every month, Lidl or Aldi have a special offer. They're only $9.99, okay? And you buy the glue gun off them for $9.99. Now, I'm not saying you can go tomorrow, because I haven't seen it advertised for this weekend, but they will have it advertised. And as soon as we get words that Lidl or Aldi have the glue guns, we put it up on our Facebook pages, and normally all the students start sharing it because they all kind of like know the story. Now, when you buy your glue gun off Lidl, Aldi or whatever, and you can buy them in flower wholesalers as well. So say the likes of O'Neill's up in Carlingford, which is a flower wholesaler, but you can buy, they sell to the public. They sell the glue guns there as well. I actually don't know.
Noreen says Aldi have them in.
Brilliant, okay? So Aldi have them in at the moment. Now make sure it's that size one, okay? Because they do a smaller one for $5.99. If it's $5.99, it's no good, okay? Don't buy it, it's no good. It's not that there's nothing wrong with the glue gun, okay? It's the glue sticks, okay? You won't be able to get the right glue sticks for it. So when you buy your glue gun in Lidl or Aldi, the $9.99 one, okay? You will get a packet of glue sticks with it for free, and they're normally glittery coloured ones, okay? And they'll do for art and crafts, for paper, for cardboard, you know, and all that sort of stuff. Absolutely fine. But they won't do for flowers, okay? So obviously all this greenery, I'm just sticking it on a notebook just to stop it ruining the table, because it obviously leaks a bit of glue as we go along. But the flowers and the foliage that I have here are obviously all full of moisture. So what you need is a waterproof glue. So it's called floral glue. And the only place to buy floral glue...
Did you burn yourself again?
I did burn myself again, yeah. Just in case, you know, you see that kind of scrunchy face on me, you know I'm after burning my fingers. So you'll buy the floral glue in the likes of O'Neill's Flowers or any flower wholesaler supplier. But O'Neill's Flowers in Carlingford have it, and they'll send them out to you. So this is what the glue sticks look like, and all you do then, I'm nearly ready for another one, they just feed into the back of the gun. Now, if you buy your glue sticks and they're longer than the glue sticks I have here today, okay, I do recommend cut them in half. Because what happens is it puts pressure on the glue gun. It happened to me before. I left the glue sticks to full length. Now maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to blame this, okay? And what happened was then the glue gun burnt out after a couple of weeks. And when I brought it back to the supplier, it wasn't Lidl or Aldi, by the way. It was, I think it was a Black & Decker one. And when I brought it back to the supplier, the glue stick was still in the end of the gun, you know, where it had died. And they said to me, oh, you're using industrial glue sticks. They said, that's not an industrial gun. And he said, when you bought the glue gun, you got that size glue sticks with them. And he said, you shouldn't use the long ones. Now, I don't know whether he was pulling my leg and getting away without having to refund me or replace the glue stick. But since that, or the glue gun, but since that day, every time I'm using glue sticks, and if they are the industrial ones, the big long ones, I cut them in half. Now, the ones you get it with Lidl or Aldi are little short ones. Now, I'll explain what I'm doing here, but just to let you see what it looks like.
Just
so
bring it
far.
over this side to time. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, perfect. Actually,
Okay.
God, it looks lovely.
Thanks. So I'm picking up the bits of foliage, you know, that way. I'm getting the glue gun and squeezing the trigger and putting glue kind of at the end of it, right? And then I'm lifting up a branch of the spruce and just sticking it in underneath there and then flattening it back down again. So I'm not kind of pressing it or anything. It'll just kind of glue to itself. So it'll either glue to the one above it or the one underneath it. So that's all I'm doing. Now, everybody's going to ask about lasting. Obviously, this sort of foliage is not the best lasters out of water. The silver Sussex will, okay, that'll just dry out. The eucalyptus will, that will just dry out. The black pittosporum, it'll start to shed, but it does dry out and then it goes crinkly, but it does take about 2.5 to 3 weeks. So So we'll be nearly the week before Easter. I'd say we'd be well celebrating at that stage, Deirdre. And we won't give a shite about a few black pits formulae falling off.
Definitely not.
Definitely won't be.
Clinton says, have to say I love Case Flower School. They're amazing and have brilliant flower courses and show you step by step. Thanks Clayton.
Thanks a million. Great to get that.
Susanna's watching in from wet and windy Cork. She says the glue guns are in the reduced section of Wilton's in Cork yesterday. Okay. So anybody looking for glue guns.
If you have it, like a link for Wilton's, have you got a Facebook page or an Instagram page? And then maybe somebody, sure, it can be anywhere. Should they do, everything is online nowadays, that somebody else maybe that's in Donegal could maybe contact them, order it and get it posted to them. Do you know that way? So I'm not following any particular system or pattern. Do you know that way? I'm just kind of lifting up the foliage, putting a bit of glue on it. As you can see, sometimes it's a big piece, sometimes it's a small piece. And again, after a while, you can just randomly stick it here and there. Now, ever so often, you can burn yourself with the glue gun. So just to warn you, okay, it's absolutely lepping hot, the glue. And if you were buying it, the ones that you buy in Aldi...
This is not something the kids should do.
No, the kids definitely shouldn't be doing this, right? So if you're buying your glue gun in the likes of Lidl or Aldi, it will more than likely be a hot melt glue gun that you're buying. But you can also buy glue guns in the likes of, say, DIY shops, hardware shops, building provider shops, because the likes of carpenters and that, they use glue guns as well. So when they're nailing something together, they normally glue it first and then they put the nails on it kind of basically to secure it. And so they use what's called wood glue, where we're using floral glue, and then you have art glue, and then there's metal glue. So there's all types of glue. We're a bit slow on the glue coming. We're back on again. Sometimes what happens is the glue is coming through faster than where the trigger is able to keep up with it, and then what happens is you're in a situation like I am now at the moment that no glue is coming out of it. This is what happened the last time I was doing this. Will we blame Lidl or we blame
Lidl or Aldi? Absolutely. There was a couple of questions there. Oh yeah, Angela says, great idea using gluing in the extra foliage. Yeah, it just makes them that little bit more luxurious, I think, doesn't it? So somebody is saying, Janette, you're looking very tired. No, they're not. But I'm just going to remind you about the box.
Did somebody say I look very tired? No. I thought I look gorgeous this morning. Yeah. So
somebody thought you looked tired. I'd say Emma did.
Probably Margaret thought I looked tired. So I want everybody to say a big, big hello and best wishes to my sister-in-law, who's actually in Galway Hospital at the moment, and I'm sure she'd love to get lots of well wishes from you. As you know, I've been across to the west, or over to the west the last few days, and so she's over in Galway Hospital. We don't know whether it's going to be a boy or a girl or a child.
Oh, Patricia said she's not pregnant, by the way.
Patricia's not pregnant. Well, maybe Margaret could be pregnant for all we know. But I'd love you to wish her the best of wishes, because she normally joins in on the live classes. She'll kill me now because nobody's supposed to know that she's in Galway. Big secret, so don't tell anybody. But anyway, Margaret was telling me the other day I look tired. So there's a company called 11 PR Events, and I'm always mentioning them to you because they're so good to us, and they're always sending out giveaways. So we do have a giveaway. Now this giveaway has to be to somebody who's tired, okay? So who out there is wrecked, feckin' knackered, tired, whatever, I better not use any more words. You get the idea. You have to be really
drained.
So tell us in the comments how tired you are, okay? And I'll tell you what we have for you. So this is very nutritious, okay? So it's from a company called Swedish Nutri.
Now I use these vitamins.
These are brilliant. So as a lot of you know, Deirdre, this is nothing to do with the wreath, by the way, but Deirdre got weight loss surgery nearly a year ago, 1st of November. Yeah. So she's nearly coming up to her year. And a lot of you have been following her, and she looks amazing and she's lost loads of weight. But one of the side effects of weight loss surgery is you don't lose your hair, but a lot of your hair falls out and it grows back again. So she's loads of kind of short bits of hair in among the long hair and so on. But she went on the Swedish Nutri, that way, vitamins, because everything that she could do to kind of help encourage her nails to come on, and obviously with her skin, and I have to say she's hardly any saggy skin at all. She came out of it great on the other end. But for anybody that's tired, I don't want to wreck the packaging that's on this, okay? But we have your liquid iron, okay? I tell you, that is absolutely brilliant. Anybody that's feeling, a little bit
especially this time of the year, yeah.
This time of the year, this is brilliant. But
And I
also-
have to say, I take that and I actually find it very easy on your stomach. Now, I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not a doctor, so I'm just going on my experience.
Yeah, so if you want to look as good as Deirdre and lose 10 stone and all your hair grow back again, whatever, we recommend the iron and the probiotics. So obviously this time of the year with everybody getting bugs and gastric enteritis and what else is going, snots and flus and colds and COVIDs, sure listen, anything that helps. So depending on how tired you are, we're going to pick a winner. All the details are there. If you need any doctor's advice, get in touch with your own doctor. Don't go by case flares, no advice here. But like the game is one of these to give away. So will you tag Emma from 11PR events if you're watching there? Just put 11PR and events if you come up there. She'll know that we're
Karen Johnson says, if you could see me right now, I look like a feckin' scarecrow. My 4-year-old hasn't slept through since he was born. A 4-year-old, oh my Jesus.
God. Janie Mac. So she's definitely up there. Now we need somebody even sadder than that. Okay, so just to let you know, that's what it's looking like so far. You see with our foliage, and we can add more in as we go along, but we don't drag this on too long. So then the next thing then is your lotus pods or your lotus heads, okay? So again, if you've been watching us before, this glue gun is acting up on me, Deirdre. If you've been watching us before, we have been showing you where you can wire in the lotus pods. I'm obviously struggling here at the moment.
We might have to wire them in yet.
We might have to wire them in yet. So you can just put your glue on the end of your lotus pod, press it down, hold it for a couple of seconds, you know, that way, and then it'll set. Now, speed-wise, I would find it, I could make one as quick wiring it, but the thing is, that's if I have all the wiring kind of done in advance. If you haven't got your wiring done in advance, you know that way, and then to wire it and then make it, you'll probably find that the gluing would probably be better. Now, I don't know whether this is an Aldi or a little glue gun, but it's fecking up on me here, it is. So me trigger.
The joys of live TV.
The joys of live TV, exactly. We have to try and get ourselves out of a hole here. So I don't know what's wrong with the feckin' trigger. The trigger is acting up on it.
Well, we've all very tired people watching us today, Janette. Yeah, Noreen is saying, I'm in my 40s and look in my 50s. She's 2 kids that don't sleep at all. Margaret's saying she's COVID here, bloody knackered. Wreaths to do, keep kicking myself in the ass for motivation.
Oh, you're really feeling bad. So go on, keep putting up the sad stories there and we'll pick the saddest one or the worst one.
Joe Muldrew said, oh, excellent, Deirdre, so that's your secret. It's not a secret, Joe. It's been out.
It's not a secret. She's been out there telling everybody.
I'm that tired and worn out. I'm taking a holiday very soon. She says to celebrate. 40 years been married. Well done.
Oh, wow. Janie Mac. Imagine if you had murdered them. You would have been out and all on pro. You would have had a new one, traded them in the whole lot at this stage.
Lauren over on Instagram wants to know, is the foliage attached to the wire ring? Sorry, she didn't catch the start.
Yeah, so the very beginning was where I showed where you can get the spruce ring and you buy that in from Irish Green, guys. You can buy it from your local florist and your local garden centre. We're not working with this here today, Deirdre.
No.
So I'm going to have to go back to the old traditional method of wiring, but the second thing is I haven't got any preparation done.
Okay, well I can start wiring a few.
Okay, right, I'm going to glue that one in, we hope for the best.
So now I can see the comments.
Right, so that's what it looks like so far, just to kind of like give you an idea. The plan was, so now we're going to knock Lidl and Aldi, okay? Their feckin' glue guns are shite and money messing. We have been using them for years, and it's just obviously that one. There's another 3 or 4 of them. Again, I get one kind of plugged in. These bags of fruit, you can buy these in from O'Neill's Flowers or from Evergreen Silk Plants. Will somebody tag them in the comments there for me? So what we're going to do then is we're putting 2 orange slices together using your 20 gauge wire. The plan was to use the glue, stick the wire through, bend it over and wrap one wire around the other. So what I'm just going to do then is bring the base over the edge of the table here. Always work close to your tummy. So if you want to put something in on that side, turn that side of the wreath around to your tummy, insert the wire down through the foliage, okay? And then whenever the wire comes through the other side, hook it over and stick it back up into the base. Like make like a hairpin bend or make like a U-shaped bend, and then it'll hold it in place, okay? So again, pick a spot, stick your wire down into the base. The wire then comes through the opposite end, bend it over and then hook it back up into the base. But you'll see I do a lot of that kind of underneath, so I don't have to keep lifting it up. So here just doing a selection of where I have some apple slices wired together, I have orange slices wired together, and I also have lime slices wired together. But also what we have is the full limes. You see the way like the solid lime or the solid oranges, we have some of these. So Deirdre wanted to have mostly fruits and kind of like naturals on her door wreath today. And as I said, our plan was, if the glue gun had it behaved itself, was to do it completely glued. And I would have just put a dab of glue on the back of the orange slices and glued them straight to the foliage. You know what I mean? That would have been the plan. But today the plan just didn't go to action. Now, do you want to go back and have a look at the sad stories and see how people are going?
Sad stories, yeah, gosh. I'm having a sad story here myself.
Just to let you know, that's how it's turning out so far. So I'm not picking any particular system or plan. I'm just turning the base kind of around in my hand and then just kind of like sticking the materials in randomly. My advice to everybody that's doing this, you know, that way, don't overthink it. Like yesterday when we were doing a live class, and a couple of the girls, like, they had their door wreaths made. And then one of the girls, I said, how are you getting on? And she said, I just keep editing it. And she was taking stuff out and putting more stuff in. And I said, you don't, just leave it, you know, that way. Like, at that stage, she was only doing the one, you know. But, like, if you're doing this kind of commercially, like, you should nearly be on to the second one while you're kind of thinking about it, saying, God, where will I put the stuff, you know, that way. You should nearly be on to actually your second kind of, like, wreath or your second door wreath. Now, I am going to put a little bit more material into this one, but just to let you see how it's coming together. And as you can see, there's no
just come back a little bit. Yeah,
there's
and
no
come this way a little bit. To the, yeah, that's it. Perfect.
I'm not thinking about it. It's not even at the moment, you know, that way, but I will kind of go back, you know, the way, and I'll put kind of material in places where I haven't got stuff. And the gas thing about some of these slices, I had them wired up earlier on and I took the wires off them because I was planning on doing the glue to them.
Somebody is saying O'Neill's have a special offer on the wired, or not on the wired, on the fruits at the moment.
Yeah, well, so, I know last week there were $7.50 a bag, you know, that way, so I'm not sure what the price is this week. If you've got the price there, put it up in the comments. And I know for Black Friday, happy Black Friday to everybody. Actually, happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving today, yeah.
Well, you see, there's no Americans watching. They're all off stuffing themselves eating
This is it. I don't know. I'd say they're preparing for dinner because it's early morning over there at the moment.
They're probably stuffing the turkey at the moment. But for Black Friday special, O'Neill's Flowers up in Carlingford is doing 3 boxes of floral foam for €50, including the VAT, which is an absolute bargain. So if there is anybody watching there and you're looking for a floral foam, now it's the Oasis brand floral foam, and that's the best floral foam you can get. It's also the dearest floral foam, so it's made by the company called Oasis. We all call Oasis.
She said she thinks it's 4 bags for 20. That's excellent.
So that's only a £5 a bag. That's excellent.
Run, don't walk. I better go on and order ours before there's none left.
I was only saying here that we need to order more fruits in, and we are actually going up to O'Neill's next Wednesday night. So anybody that's watching there, I know Joan Muldrew, you're going to be up there next Wednesday night. Anybody else that's watching, joining us next Wednesday night, we're doing a demonstration up in O'Neill's. We are. We'll be doing mantelpiece arrangements.
Yeah,
hat
boxes,
silk door wreaths, artificial door wreaths, fresh door wreaths.
What gauge wire Marion is asking?
20 gauge. So whatever age you'd love to be. When you start taking them iron supplements, you'll feel like a 20-year-old, you will. So 20 gauge wires is what you need. You would manage with a 19 gauge wires, but to be honest, like, it'd be very tough on your hands, like, you know what I mean, sticking the, you know, trying to wrap the 19 gauge wire kind of around the frame. So 20 is actually the best one.
Yeah, let's see, any other questions?
I'll hold this up and let you have a look so far. Again, I know this was advertised as a glued on class wreath.
Actually, I have to say, I'm actually like it, I do.
Like it. Yeah. What about the red berry? We did have red berry.
I don't know if the red berry in.
I have got this, I'll just show you. Again, like everything, the plan is probably going to change. I don't think it actually needs
I don't think so,
I
no.
was planning on breaking up this red berry. This is a garland red berry. Was it €20? It's from O'Neill's Flowers, it is. It's €20. But look at the amount of material that's on it, you know, that way. So I was planning on breaking up about less than a third of it and then wiring it through. But I don't think it actually
No,
needs
I don't think so. I actually like it
as
it is.
For once I haven't used a bow, you know, that way. I'm always putting bows on my door wreaths. But Deirdre said, no, leave it natural. She said, maybe put on the red velvet one afterwards if you think it needs
Noreen is saying, yeah, it's beautiful. Leave it as it is. Adele is saying, fabulous colours. KSBOK's over on Instagram are saying it's a fabulous wreath.
Thanks a million.
Gwen Thompson on TikTok is saying, wow, it's stunning. No, this is mine. This is mine. You got one already.
I got one. Believe it or not, I actually had my door wreath up about 2 weeks, 2.5, maybe more actually. 2.5, 3 weeks at this stage. when our Christmas programme was on, we keep continually adding to the Christmas programme, and I done 3 more tutorials of Christmas door wreaths, and one of them I just kind of fell in love with myself, and I brought it home and I stuck it on my own hall door. Now whether I'll bother getting in and making another one, I'm not too sure.
She'd probably spray with a bit of snow the week before Christmas.
When it starts to look a little bit dead, I'll probably spray a bit of snow on it. It was gas, like I was down in Sligo, up in Sligo, across in Sligo. I was in Sligo last weekend anyway with the kids. And we decided to, they're not my kids, my niece and nephew, and we decided to put up all the Christmas decorations so that we'd have them up for the toy show tomorrow night. And it was gas, one of the kids, Dara, he's age 12, and Dara says, what about the door wreath, Janette? He says, are you bringing down the door wreath? And I said, well, I'm going down to them tomorrow. I says, I'll bring the door wreath down. I says, and we make that tomorrow and we can hang it on the door. And of course then he started rhyming off all the aunties. And what about auntie so-and-so? And what about, I said, feck off, they can all make their own ones. I think we nearly have enough
I
of
think
this.
so too, yeah. No,
So
it's
there
fab.
we go.
It's absolutely
Lotus
gorgeous.
heads, pine cones, red apple slices, orange slices, lime slices, and a couple of the whole limes are put through it as well. Along with a selection of black pittosporum or the tom tom pittosporum, silver Sussex offits from the garden, a little bit of the rosemary, the scent of it is amazing, and a little bit of eucalyptus. I just need a little string for
Okay, and I think the winner of our
who's really sad?
Who
needs that orange supplement?
I think Patricia on YouTube. Now she's getting out of hospital tomorrow, and I think she could do it now, a little boost.
She could do it a good boost, yeah.
So Patricia
what did you have it? She didn't have a baby.
No, she didn't have a baby, no.
Not pregnant.
Patricia over on YouTube, if you want to drop us an email with your address, and we will stick that in the post to you today or tomorrow.
And if it makes you pregnant, don't blame us, okay? We're not connected medically at all to it. But again, Swedish Nutra, again, anybody that would like to tag them there, pop over to their page, you know, the way, say that you've seen the stuff over on Case Blair School, and you never know, they might send us out another one for next week.
Absolutely.
So there we go. So there's Deirdre's door wreath.
Oh, this I put side, drop it down a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Thanks a million for joining in. Really appreciate it. We would love if people shared our videos. And again, just a quick reminder, Module 1 is starting the 18th of January. We have lots of places left on it. And there is SkillNet funding, over €200 worth, you know, a grant towards that course. So if you drop us an email, info@caseflairschool.com, I can give you the information on getting that €200 discount. Also, on the 3rd of December, so Saturday week, we will have our first Christmas wreath making workshop. So there's still places available on it.
Only on the afternoon one, for 3 o'clock.
The morning one is booked up. The afternoon one is still there. And there's a bar upstairs, so the afternoon ones we'll probably be going up to the bar afterwards. We won't be in Sligo for that, or Galway. Anybody that would like to join up with that class, again, drop us an email, or you'll find the details on our website under Christmas, caseflairschool.com. Thanks a million for joining in. Best wishes to everybody that's in hospital.
I'm feeling tired.
Feeling shite, whatever it is, the best of luck, not getting any sleep.
Hopefully we put a smile on your face.
And hopefully we get something for you next week. We do have another few prizes to give away, so we'll be live next week and we'll give them away then. Thanks a million everyone. Talk to you soon.